Bug. Hello, everyone. Hi, welcome. Yippee! Welcome to the stream. This here is Sonny Brisko reporting to you live from the scene. Here we are. Hi, guys. How is it? Hanging. How are you hanging? How's everyone doing today? Today we have a very, very special stream. We're here to talk about bugs. I've just been saying that to myself for the last 5 minutes as I was preparing for stream. Sorry I started a bit late today. I had to get all my affairs in order here. Make sure that the stream works properly. I think I got it now. But today, we got something really special for you guys. You guys know I love bugs, right? They're just so interesting. There's so many different types, you know? There's all sorts of different animals in the world, right? But I feel like the classification of bug has, you know, the most diversity within it, perhaps, out of all the groups. So many things that you can consider a bug, but are completely different from the other, you know? So, I wanted to talk a little bit today about all the sorts of different bugs in our lives, and we're gonna talk about, you know, what sort of stuff they get up to, what are their characteristics, and what makes them interesting, or perhaps what makes them uninteresting, and then we're gonna rank them by how strong they are or how cool they are. And here's how we're gonna do it, right? So we have here the rankings over here, from F being the lowest to Kami being the highest. God bugs, the greatest bugs. And here is my canvas. Hoi. So we're gonna draw each type of bug in here. Some of them from memory. I might need reference for a few of them. I'm gonna try and draw some of the bugs from memory, and then we're gonna rank them, okay? And this might take a little while. I don't want to take too long drawing each one, so it's gonna be pretty rough, but I'll put the writing for which one's which, so we know. And let's see. Yeah, I didn't want to show people, you know, high definition pictures of bugs in case you're not good with seeing them up too close. Understandable if you're not a big fan of them, but I am. I like them. All sorts. Some of them gross me out too. But you know, you gotta remember that we're all living things, sharing the same world, sharing the same air, sometimes the water, sometimes the same body even. And you know, even though it might be, you know, a parasite that wants to dig into your organs and lay eggs in you, you have to remember that he's just trying his hardest to survive as much as you are. Okay? So try not to be too grossed out next time you see a tapeworm, okay? Alrighty. Without further ado, let's get into this. I don't want to dilly-dally too much. So, we're going to start off with the classic and perhaps the most abundant of them all. I often think about, what if instead of naming sports teams after a representative animal of that area, what if it was named, each team was named after the most abundant animal in that region? So I guess there would be, instead of the Red Sox, it would be the Boston Ants. And I guess, I don't know, the Lakers would be the Ants. And instead of the Eagles, it would be the Ants, I guess. So I guess every team ever would just be ants. Anyway, we're gonna draw some ants here. Let's see. Yep. They're pretty small, so I think I'll just leave it at that. Ants. No, let's try a little harder. Ants aren't too hard. We're just gonna draw them very simple. Like this. Okay, little feelers like this. Some mandibles. And there's all sorts of ants. I remember I have some vivid memories of being a child and playing with ants out in the schoolyard. Ah, this'll do, honestly. That's fine. Everyone can tell that's an ant, right? And I used to eat them from time to time. There's a type of ant in Australia. I don't know if it's a sugar ant, but it's got like black head, black abdomen, but the thorax, the body in the middle is like a bright orange. And I always thought they were so interesting and colorful, and they look like little candies. So I would eat them when I was a little, 6-year-old Sonny. So let's start with ant. And there's a lot to say about ants. Let's kind of put you here. They are perhaps the most powerful bug when in groups. And that's something that they have in common with humans. We're strongest when we unite forces. But a problem with ants, I have a little beef with ants as much as I find them interesting. They're really fucking irritating when they invade your house. I've waged several wars with ants as well. When I guess it's my bad for not putting my food away fast enough. Like I left a plate out overnight because I couldn't be bothered to put it away, and now I've got to wage a fucking generational war against a whole legion of ants for the next week. So I'm gonna drop them. Let's say I don't want to put them in S. Let's say put them in A for ant. Because they are very interesting, they work together. They have problem-solving abilities when they work together. I wonder if I might make my lines a little thicker so we can see the writing a bit better. Let me redo this a bit. Wait, come on. I'm just tracing over my lines again. And wait, there we are. So let's put him in A for ant. Have you seen that thing where they did some experiment to see if they could fit it was like ants versus humans, and here I'll try and draw it out for you. It's like this, right? It's like this. Fuck, what was it exactly? It's a shape like this, right? And then they have to get this shape through zip, zip, zip. It's like this. It's sort of like this. They have to pass this through here. Well, that doesn't seem right. How does this work again? It must be much more narrow than that. It's like this, right? It's like this. They gotta fit this through here. Yeah, and the way you do it is you gotta like get it at an angle like this, right? You gotta get it like through there, and then you put it this way, and then it goes back out here again, like this, right? Sort of like that. And they did an experiment to see who could figure it out faster, humans or ants. And it turns out that ants could actually figure it out faster than humans could in a lot of cases anyway. Yeah, the ants were playing Cube Remastered. They're geniuses. So they have a lot of sort of group hive mind intelligence. And I find that very interesting. And I don't know, they're just very, they're like engineers. They build very complex nests and structures, and there's all sorts of interesting stuff. There's leaf cutter ants that cultivate fungus to feed on and, sustain their colonies. And I don't know, they're just interesting. And also there's the long-time rivalry between ants and termites. Now, termite, I might have to look up how to draw them because I can't quite recall. Let me take a look here. Termites. Termites, another insect. And what are termites famous for? They're famous for biting and eating through wood. Termites are also pretty interesting. I feel like some I don't know if that's real, but they have like acid as well. No, maybe I'm just thinking of antlions from Half-Life because they look kind of like termites. Okay, it's kind of like this. Oh my goodness, this is hard. A little tricky, the termites. Start like that. And the heads are kind of like this. And then the bodies are more like this. See? Yeah. Kind of like that, anyway. Yeah, I think they must have some sort of, you know, digestive acid to bite through all the wood and stuff. So, termites. Pretty interesting. They also are similar to ants. They're actually, I believe, a type of cockroach, or more closely related to roaches than to ants. But they're kind of similar in like some superficial ways. Like they make big nests. They work in colonies, things like that. You know, and they're known to fight each other. Ants versus termites. It's always been a pretty strong recurring theme in the bug world. I'm gonna put termites. I don't know. I'm not quite as impressed with termites, and also, I'm sure they're responsible for a lot of problems in human infrastructure. So we're gonna put them maybe. I'm gonna say C. I'm not quite as impressed. I feel like they're maybe not as intelligent as well. And maybe not as... I feel like there's not as many like unique variations. From what I hear anyway. This is all... Hey, this is all subjective from my personal experience with bugs. Come to think of it, have I ever seen a termite in real life? I don't think so. I don't know. Termite queen? They're big and fat, aren't they? Termite queen. Oh yeah. Big... Whew! That's a huge bitch! That's big! Giant thing. They're so... I don't know, they're so... I don't know, man. It reminds me of Biscuit Oliver's girlfriend in Baki. Look it up if you don't know. Anyway, not quite as impressed with termites. Hey, if I've never seen one before in real life, then they're probably, you know, they're not even that prolific or strong. The ants are kicking termite butt as far as I can tell. Termites have ant in their Japanese name. Ah, what was their Japanese? Naniari? Shiroari. White ant. Yeah, but they're not actually ants. 本当はアリじゃないよね。Okay, next. Next. Let's take these off my list here. Next is... Ooh. Should I go for it? It might be too early to bring this up. You know what? I'm gonna go for it. Let's bring him up. Wait. Who's it gonna be? Do you know who it is? You might have a little feeling. It's this guy. Let's see if I can get a good drawing here. Yeah, oh man, it's like something like... Yeah. No, I don't really like this, where this is going. They're kind of disgusting from side view. Maybe you know what? We're gonna try and make him a bit cuter. Like this. Oh, I can't quite get this right, huh? なんだろうね。こうだけど。Can't quite get the shape right. I feel like they're so like almond shaped. No, the almond is more like this. That's not quite right either. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Maybe it's more like this. Actually. Oh. I can't quite get this right. Maybe I gotta look it up. I was expecting this to be an easier one. No, maybe the head's smaller. I don't know. Wait. Anyway, they got feelers like this. あんまりぽくないね。どうしよう。I'm looking it up. 気持ち悪いね。they often have like a little thing like this, almost. Bug wearing kimono. True. Yeah, I guess they are like more like this. And then I'll just try and get it like a faint line like that. And here we are. And it's like a, there it is. Okay. This is too big now. Let me do it one more time. They got very prominent whiskers, antennae. Wait. And their back legs like this. It's very iconic, the back legs like that, right? Wait, I need them to be... Yeah, more like that, if anything. Gokiburi. Don't know why I want to put it in Japanese this time. Gokiburi desu. Now, hey, say what you will about these guys. They're filthy and really creepy, and they give people like instinctual, the heebie-jeebies. But they're actually like the most resistant, like bulletproof, impervious creatures in the world. I think they're like one of the only things that would like survive a nuclear apocalypse. The survivability is just insane. However, they are pretty gross. Then again, there's different types of cockroaches. Have you guys, you know, the hissing cockroaches from Madagascar? Those guys are kind of cute. They're not even that dirty, those ones. It's mostly just the ones that live in urban environments that are dirty. Hissing cockroaches are kind of cute. They make little pss, pss, which I don't know, maybe you find that also disgusting. But I don't know, I find them kind of cute. They're round and like pudgy. They're alright. If we're putting them all in the same category, I don't know. And people give them a bad rap, you know. The cockroaches, they look, you know, people are instinctually disgusted by them, but I don't know if they're that bad. How bad are they really? And also, how do they taste? They look like they might be kind of tasty if you fry them up. They come from toilet, bro. That's not true. They come from all sorts of places. Look, hey, they're just trying their best. In a world made for humans, they've carved out their niche in our trash and toilets. You know? It's not their fault that we took over so much territory that, you know, that was the only way they could thrive and survive. I'm having a little trouble with this because I'm genuinely impressed with how powerful they are. They're so fast. They're so versatile. They can get anywhere. You'll find them, you know, you think, they'll never get in here. You know, we've sealed all the doors. They'll find a way. They always do. You know? And then they're in your trash eating your leftover pizza. I left some pizza out in the box without putting it in the fridge on the kitchen counter one day. Came back in the morning, opened up the lid. There he was. How'd he get in there? Damn. I'm having a lot of trouble with it. They're really quite the handful. But is that a good or a bad? You know what? I don't know. I feel like when it comes to ants versus a cockroach, I think the ants might have the cockroach beat. So you know what? In terms of like strength and stuff like that, you know, cockroaches don't really work together, and the ants haven't beat there. So I'm gonna put them in B, but I still feel like they're more impressive than termites, in a way. I'm put them there. Yeah, ants are better. I feel like you don't see cockroaches working together the same way that ants do. Or termites, for that matter. But still, I think the termites are not quite as impressive as the cockroach either. Anyway, let's get on with it. Next is... let's go with this guy. Okay. Try my best to draw. Boom, 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 boom. Hui, 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 hui. Let's see. I hope I can get this right. It's kind of like... Yeah, big prominent eyes. Man, it's a little tricky. Hang on. Bear with me. Come on. They must have pretty... maybe the... How big are their antennae on this guy? I'll give it a second. Hang on. Okay. And then... Now, I think it's like... No, that can't be right. Oh, how the wings shape. Okay, you know what? Fuck. We're gonna go... Boom, boom, boom. And then it's like a... It's gotta be like that, right? Like this. And then they have like little razors on there. Little hooks on their legs like that. Oh, this is tricky though. How do... Maybe it's further back. How does this work? Cool. I'm giving him like muscles. He's fucking ripped. Okay. Anyway. It's kind of like this. Also a leg on that side too. Hoi. Huh. And then... antenna? Something like that. Okay. Not bad. For a from memory interpretation. Let me take a look. Batta kana? Grasshopper. コオロギもね、似てるけど。これはバッタ目指し。Alright, where did I get this wrong? The head, a little bit too big, maybe. Yeah, it's so gross when the abdomen goes into the ground and they start like laying eggs in the ground like that. You ever see that episode of Jujutsu Kaisen with the grasshopper curse guy? And there's like a whole like diagram about how his abdomen goes like way deep into the ground. It's one of the most sickening things I've ever seen. Something about it is so, I don't know, it's disturbing. I find things like that is worse than seeing a cockroach on your pizza. Maybe these legs could have come forward a little bit. Let me see if I can fix that. Something about it. It's just something about it. It's just gross. All right, I like that. Anyway, for now, that's fine. Grass. Grasshopper. Now these guys are pretty cool. I don't know if we're gonna count locusts in the same group. I was thinking of including crickets as well. Maybe I'll draw a cricket later. He looks PN. Let's. Hang on. Yeah. So silly. Let's. Oi. For this guy. Now they're cool that they have so much power in their legs to just jump around. If you've ever picked one up, there's another bug that I've played with out in the yard when I was a kid a lot. I would catch them and like hold them in my hand, and you can feel the force coming out of their legs. It's really powerful. And there are, I don't know, I feel like people sort of associate locusts with the pestilence a bit more, but I feel like grasshoppers are also part of that. And maybe you could consider them in the same family. And they're a pretty big threat for agriculture, and you know, I think they've been a big enemy of humans for a long time. One of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. No? They're pretty cool. I like them. They've got a cool visual. He was the bad guy in A Bug's Life, that Pixar movie. And he's also PN. I don't know. I kind of like grasshoppers more than ants, personally. I'm inclined to rate them a bit higher than ants. They're a little bit cooler. They jump around really strong and they fly. They got a cool visual going on. He looks like a race car or something like that. I don't know. He looks like a motorbike. What if a bug was really fast? That's what this guy would be. So, but putting him in S tier, I quite like him. I don't know if he's God, but I like him a lot. Yeah. They do have more aura than ants. And they swarm as much as ants do as well. Fucking shit up. Yeah, that's Kamen Rider. That's true. It's true. Can I, get this guy a little smaller there. Just fit him in. Oi. Alright, next though. Grasshopper down. Oh, this is a fun one. Okay. Let's see if I can get this. Oi. Hoi, 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 hoi. How am I gonna do this one? I feel like I can draw it from memory. I feel like I did this recently, actually. I tried to draw it from memory kind of recently. When was that? What was I doing? It's kind of like this. わかんないね。I want to draw cicada, but this isn't quite right. Let me look him up. Ah, ちょっと違うか。そうだな。Alright, one more time. Man, they have such an interesting head shape. It's like this. This. And then... hang on. If I can try to draw the wings like this. And then a butt. Oh man. It's pretty hard to draw. I'm trying to make like a see-through effect through the wings, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, the legs are kind of like this. This is too big again. I'm sorry, it's too big. Come on. He looks like he's wearing sunglasses. I blacked out the eyes. So cool. This is the blues cicada. Cool. Cool かな。Pointy butt, pointy butt, pointy butt. Yeah, pointy butt. And wait. Cool. This I can't quite get this form right. Formuga. And he has another leg down here, I think is kind of like it. That's pretty close. It's not perfect, but let's say that's close enough. And you are Skada. Me. Now, I was just, yeah, they're the sound of the summer, these guys. They are, you know, the classic. You hear them in every anime and visual novel. It's just the... It's something nostalgic about it, although it's kind of loud and irritating at the same time. They're so iconic. I am a little inclined to put them at a higher tier. I don't think they're that harmful. Like, they don't bother anyone that much. Compared to any of these other guys, really. They're kind of just there. So that's good. I think they are quite tasty, actually. They've got like a good aesthetic about them. I like the shape. They've got like a cute round sort of shape. I don't know. Besides, what do these guys really do besides just, you know, dig out of the ground once a year and shout for, you know, a few weeks and then die? What do they do? I don't know. They're really just there to be loud and then go away. I feel like they leave their... It's really cool that they leave their shedding where they shed it. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll molt and then the skin is just left over there on the part that they were gripping onto the tree or whatever it is. And like it's a classic like pastime for Japanese kids to just go around in the summer and try and find lots of leftover shells. And I've seen them like in parks and stuff. Sometimes there's just like lines of them like on trees and like even on fencing and posts and stuff like that of just the cicada shells just left over. Wore them 100 worn like brooches with my friends. That's kind of gross, but good for you. They pee liquid. Like sometimes like you'll like look up in a tree and just see it's like crying and leaking liquids. It's because the cicadas are just peeing everywhere like that. That's so interesting. Yeah, I guess a lot of bugs do something similar to that when they molt, but there's something iconic about the cicadas, and they're not too harmful. I'm gonna put them in like a solid A. I don't know, I feel like they're not quite as you know, a menace as the Gokiburi, in the sense like they don't have as much aura as a cockroach. It's like, oh, a cicada, but the cockroach is, you know, he's got so much power, he's walking in swinging it around. So cicada is gonna go here for now. I'm gonna say A. Position on the tier. I don't think we want to worry too much about the order on the same tier. We're just putting him in the tier for now. Don't want to get too specific with it. Alrighty, who's next, huh? This is a nice one. I don't know if I can really draw this. What do they look like? I'm gonna try real quick. It's like this. Okay, here's my guess. It's like this. That's my guess. It's like this, right? Firefly. Yeah. How does it actually look, though? Firefly. It's not quite. Not quite. Okay, let's try one more time. Here's a classic one. Okay. Ah, man, this is a little tricky. Like, I'm gonna start like this. We'll just color them in. Oh, man. A little rough like that. And then it does have a thorax a bit like that. Maybe like that. Man, like that. Okay. And then it's got a little head like this. Ish. Sometimes they have a spot like over here like that. Anyway. And then they're wait. Kind of cute. And the antennae are more like this, I think. It's giving hot dog. You might be right about that. Hot dog. I don't know. I can't do much better than that. Let's stick with that. You would not believe your firefly. Fireflies are really special. They are... What's the word? Photoluminescent. They glow in the dark. That's pretty special. I have seen them in real life before. I had one land on my hand, actually. Went out by a river with my family in this, I don't know what it was exactly, like some kind of camp area in Japan. And we saw them by the river while we were fishing and stuff, and it was really beautiful. It's really pretty seeing them. They, you know, they're not lighting up the whole time. They'll kind of fade out, and then every now and then they could just they fade in and glow this pretty, you know, greenish yellow glow. And that's really special. I mean, I don't think they're the only type of bug to glow, and there's other animals that glow like that, but they're just very pretty, and they're very you know, kind of unique, very iconic, and a lot of people find them beautiful. So I'm gonna put them, I don't know, this might be a I think I want to put it more than cicada. Fireflies, yeah, you know what, they're gonna be better than cicadas. I like fireflies, they're beautiful. I don't know if I want to put him in kami. It's not quite that amazing, but I'm gonna put him in S, up there with grasshopper. Very iconic, very nice, beautiful bug. I don't know if they're much of a, you know, a bug powerhouse, you know. It's a very good bug. S is still very good, guys. Kami, god bugs are pretty rare, you know. Don't think we're there just yet. Alright. Now. Oh, man. Oh, I hate this one. Oh, I hate this one. Now. Let's see. I think I can draw this one from scratch. It's probably like... hang on a sec. Let me put you over there. There. And... seem to have... There we are. Sorry about that. Let's see. Now, I've seen these fellows around a lot. They're pretty common in Australia. Although I'm not sure I can recall exactly how to draw it. I'm gonna go for it. It's like this. Probably like this. Does it even have the fucking antenna? They must, right? A lot of them have that. Maybe not. Fuck. Okay, and then... I don't know, it's kind of like this. And then it's like... ugh. This filthy fucking thing. Disgusting. And then it's like this, or something like that. No, this isn't quite right. Alright, it's an earwig. We're gonna look up earwig. Ah, this terrible thing. Yeah, not quite correct here. Let's try one more time. They do have pretty pronounced antennae, actually. Okay, let's try it like this. Here's the thing. Earwigs, they're called that because I think the rumor is that they get into your ears and they lay eggs. I don't know how true that is. How common is that for that to actually happen? They're so squarish in that part. It's interesting. And then very pronounced abdomen. And this part, the pincer on the butt can be like, oh my god, it's so twisted. It's like this. That might just be a myth or an urban legend or whatever you call it. Yeah, this is too big, by the way. Yeah, they're not actually that dangerous, but something about it. I find these like maybe more visually disgusting than cockroaches, personally. This is just my opinion. But they just, oh man, just seeing them gives me the heebs, you know? And the jeebs, for that matter. want to get a nice... Ugh. Terrible. Why do they have the pincers on their butts? I never understood that. What do they do with that? Are they actually using them to pinch stuff? They have a similar sort of structure to the cockroaches in a way. The leg shape looks kind of reminds me of that. Ugh. And let's give him some mandibles here. Yeah. Earwig. Come on. Wig. Now, there's something about these guys. They might not actually be as harmful as the rumors say, but they're just really sickening. The forceps on the rear for defense against predators or catching small prey, grooming, and helping fold their wings. Well, now they're cancelled. These guys are using their rear forceps to groom? Jesus Christ. They might be the first F tier of the day. I don't know, man. They're just gross. And I don't know if they don't seem useful. What purpose do they even serve but to gross you the heck out? Then again, I don't know if cockroaches have much of a purpose, but I feel like cockroaches just, you know, inspire so much fear in the population that you have to give them some credit. Whereas the earwigs are just like, they're just there and they're kind of gross and that's about it, you know? Not even that strong or impressive or anything. They're just there. Not a fan of him. He's going in F. Sorry. Alrighty now. Let's, wait. What's a good choice for next? You know what? Let's try this one. This could be fun. Okay. So, can you guys tell what this is? It's pretty obvious, isn't it? You know what that is, right? That's right, it's a leech. He's sucking on something, I don't know. Sucking on someone's arm. Ew. Leech. A leech is pretty horrifying. Something about it. They don't even have legs or eyes or anything. It's just a straight up bag of blood, you know? Something about it is really disturbing, and they're pretty interesting. And some types of leeches, if you see them out in the wild, I've seen them in Thailand, I think. I went on this hiking trail, and the way of the form of locomotion that they use on the ground is so disturbing. What they do is they stand themselves up straight, and then I'll see if I can somehow hang on. Let's put that over there. I'll see if I can somehow draw this, but it's like, here's the ground, and they set themselves up like this, and then topple over, and then they'll do the same thing. So they're kind of like rolling, you know, and then they'll, you know, do this, and then they stand up again, and they just keep rolling around like that. I've seen it happen, and it's something very, very scary about it. Are leeches bugs? Well, they're not insects, but I'm gonna call them a bug in the sense that they're a creepy crawly, and they're very creepy and kind of crawly. And yeah, they do suck your blood. I don't think they're that, you know, dangerous. Then I don't think your life is gonna be in danger from being bitten by one, unless like there's a chance of getting disease or parasites. Besides, you know, the leech is kind of a parasite in itself. But I don't know if they're that much of a like huge threat to the population as much as, say, you know, ants, termites, cockroaches. And they're mostly out in the bush. You know, they're not, you don't see them often in you know, highly populated areas, I feel like. What's interesting is that the way that they latch onto you, they'll be on like a long bit of grass or a branch or something, and they'll just like, they have a little suction cup on their butt, and they'll just, you know, be out like this, as if, you know, they're pretty camouflaged, as if, yes, I'm just a little bit of grass or a bit of leaf. And then you walk past here and he snatches onto you, and then once he's grabbed onto you, he injects you with a numbing agent so that you don't actually feel the bite that pierces your skin and sucks your blood. And then they have a anticoagulant to make your blood more runny, and they put that in your blood as well so that it gets, you know, it doesn't clot as much, it doesn't turn into a scab, so they can just keep sucking it. So they're very adapted to what they do, which is suck the blood out of other animals. And that's pretty scary and impressive. And I don't know, I find them pretty interesting. They're kind of nasty. It's quite the nuisance. But it's not like they're gonna kill you or anything in most cases. Yeah. Yeah, it gets itchy later on. It's kind of like mosquitoes kind of make you itchy, but I feel like mosquitoes might be more disease than leeches in most cases. Yeah. So if you ever seen a leech after it is done sucking blood, it gets really fat, you know. They're literally full of blood, just sacks of blood, like, you know. He becomes like this. So full. Oh, I couldn't eat another. Oh, I had too much to eat. Pretty impressive that they can eat that much. I don't know. I'm lost on where to rate him. I find them pretty interesting, but compared to cicadas and ants, I don't know. I might put him in B. Let's put him in B. They're not like super powerful or anything, or like as iconic as something like a firefly or a grasshopper. It's kind of just, you know, in his own niche. So I think I'll put him in B tier. Alrighty. Next we got ooh. Let's go with you. Why not? This is a pretty easy one, I think. This is too generic. Everyone knows already, right? Ah, hang on. Fuck. A bit too big there. Got too ambitious. And the wings are kind of like, they remind me of the, what do you call it? Cicada wings a little bit. How do I draw this shit? God, fuck. It's like kind of short. Oh, you bitch. Come on. I can't get this quite right. Something about it. Anyway, they're kind of like this. They're pretty stubby little guys, aren't they? Like this, maybe? Ah, something like that. They're always doing this, though. I don't know, something about it. Always rubbing their grubby little hands together. Come on. Ah. That'll have to do. Close enough. Housefly! Oh, we see these guys all the time. Everywhere. They're just all over the place in almost every populated area. And in the wild. And there's all sorts of different flies. Some of them, I'm thinking specifically about houseflies, but you know, there's like horseflies, mayflies that are more carnivorous and like might also suck your blood like a leech would. It's getting hard to see the leg, so I might get rid of the body coloring there. That's fine though, something like that. Fly. Jeff Goldblum turned into one. Oh shit. Height. Right there. And oh wait, can I do this? Put him. Ah, yeah. Let me write it down first. Fly. Now they're all over the fucking place. One of the most prolific bugs in our day-to-day lives for sure. I don't know. They're pretty fucking annoying though, and gross, and they lay maggots, which honestly, I feel like they're a pretty important part of the ecosystem in a way. I could be wrong. How important is it for flies to... I feel like they're such a huge food source because they are always the first ones to, you know, feed on a dead carcass of a mammal or something. And then they make 1 million maggots and 1 million babies. And then how many animals are eating those maggots and flies? Yeah. I'm pretty sure they're dirty and disgusting. But I don't know. They're very annoying. They always fly in your face and thinking about like on a hot summer day and you're sweating and you've already got enough problems, but he keeps like landing on your face and it's just gross. Yeah. That being said, I don't know. As much as like I could say that yeah, they're a very important part of the ecosystem or whatever. There's people say that about mosquitoes all the time as well, but in the end, I feel like they're nothing but problems. I don't know, they're not that impressive. They're just regular guys that fly around. Some of these other guys fly around, but they're not as gross and diseased. I might put them in D. Let's put them in D. There you go. D tier fly. They're just kind of gross and annoying. Most houseflies, I don't know, I feel like there's not as much chance of getting sick or like being more than an annoyance for you. So, I mean, they are dirty, but I don't know, how often does it actually come into play? Like, it's more that they're annoying and that you have to get rid of them before they become a bigger problem, I guess. But if they're just flying around, not as much of a problem. So I'm not gonna put them in F, they're just in D. There you go. D tier. Very well. Flies. Now, bot flies are another story. I'm gonna have to put that in F tier, but we're just going generic, all types of flies, including house flies, which are the more representative type, I guess. So, next. Ooh. Next. I wanna try this one. Let's see. And can I do it? Can he do it? How do they look really? It's like, I think they have like tiny little antennae. And then I'm certain this is not actually how they look, but it makes you want to like draw them like that, right? I don't know. And who is it? It's Ladybug. Pretty sure they're like symmetrical, like that, something like that. Ladybird, Lady Beetle. They're actually a type of beetle, as far as I'm aware. I think that's what they look like. Let me look it up as well and see what a more accurate image might look like. The legs are a little different. Right. Actually, it might be more accurate to make them like this. Right. That makes sense. It's like, oh. Wait. And then they've got this little bit here. Right. And this, I guess this part is the thorax, and this is all abdomen down here. Anyway, they're like this. And they have tiny little antennae over here. Something like that. Now, ladybugs, pretty iconic, very cute. But are they actually as cute as people think they are? They're still bugs. Still insects. So, you know, they're creeping and crawling around. I don't think they're that dirty. I don't know. I get the feeling like they are... What do you call it? Very... I have this like image in my head that they're like very violent and vicious for some reason, but maybe that's not true. They eat the aphids that are like popping up on your crops and stuff. So I think in that sense, maybe they're a very helpful bug. They poop on your head. I don't know. They have an interesting design, you know? The whole striking black and red. Sometimes they're black and yellow. They got a bunch of different, you know, color variations. I'm pretty iffy on the. I don't know. I don't feel particularly strongly about them one way or the other. Ladybug. I think they're cute, but they're not particularly special to me. Let's say... I mean, they're just strong B tier, I'm gonna say. They are cute. There you go. Ladybug. Alrighty. Don't know if I had any more to say about them. They are an aesthetic, for sure. Ladybug. A silk moth. I do have moths in general, and I kind of want to include silk moth and silkworms in that. Let's see. A moth. Moth. Let's go for moths. How do I draw the difference between a moth and a butterfly here? I always think about like the, you know, this thing, the antenna that are like, right? And then big buggy eyes. They are bugs after all. Big buggy eyes. And what, the wings? I feel like they usually have a different style compared to butterflies. Is it butterflies usually keep them closed up, but moths are usually spread out? I don't know, sometimes moths are just like this as well. Right? Moth. This seems close. What? Hang on. Yeah, leaf from Bug Fable. Right. They're big wings, right? I get that, but leaf from Bug Fable is like always like, no, hang on, it's like this. And he always has like, it's like a scarfy looking thing, and then he's just like that. Yeah, that's him. Yes, I am French. What is the problem? He's not French. Just made him like that for some reason. Wings fold up, butterflies leave them open. Is that right? Yeah, butterflies, moth. Oh man, I'm kind of struggling with this here. Hang on, moth. I feel like I'm close. It's not exactly like this, is it? That's pretty close. Alright, I'm gonna look one up now. Let's see what we got. Yeah, okay, I see. Here's a good example. It's kind of like, they often have like the double tiered wings, huh? It's like that. Oh my goodness, this shape is so beautiful. It's like that. And then, how do I do this? It's so tricky. It just looks like a guy wearing a onesie. Woo! Let's have some nice eye patterns here. It's probably to ward off bird predators, I'm guessing. Let's have a little butt sticking out, just a little bit. I feel like they probably don't often have the butt sticking out like that, but just for a bit of recognition. Legs. Oh, it's like, hang on, one could be like this. Wait, and then another one sticking out like this a little bit. And then I feel like sometimes their legs might stick out that way, but we're gonna leave it like that. This is close enough. I'm happy with my moth for now. Moth. Now moths are, they can be very beautiful, like butterflies. They have some very interesting wing patterns. And if we're including things like silk moths, they can be really cute as well. I think some moths might be some of the cutest bugs in the world. If you look up a silk moth, it looks like a little like alien cat thing or something like that. They're quite cute. However, I think moths are also notorious for eating up your clothes. So that's a problem. And I might move this over here if I can. Wait. And yeah, in that sense, they might be more of a nuisance to humans than butterflies, their cousins. So I'm a little stuck for where to put him today. Oof. 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 What if I erase part of this as well? Does that look better in the drawing? See, I feel like that looks not quite right either. I don't know how to make this look better. Anyway, we'll leave him. They can get a little annoying. Yeah, they're always fluttering around your lights. When they get in your room, they're, you know, flying around, crashing into walls and stuff. Oh yeah, you can be allergic to moths and the allergies. I feel like that might go for butterflies too. But I don't think they're usually that harmful. I'm tempted to put him in A. Maybe B. Along with the ladybugs. Yeah, they're pretty stupid, aren't they? Yeah, I mean, they're all bugs. They're all pretty stupid, but in different ways. Sometimes intelligent in different ways. And I don't know, moth. There's something ethereal and beautiful about moths, and in a different way, like butterflies also have a sort of beauty about them. But I don't know. It's hard to put one of them over the other. I'm not sure where I would put butterfly on this list either. I'm gonna say moths. Damn. You know what? We're gonna go with B. I like them a lot, and yeah, there's some really cute moths out there. But just in general, some of them are a little creepy and freaky as well. So I don't want to. I feel like that also brings it back down. Yeah. Exactly. Too many to go lower than B. I would never rate a silk moth C. They're too cute for that. They're just little guys. They're like little puppies or kittens or something. Fluffy little guys. So let's leave them there. And you know what? Let's think about butterflies while we're here. Butterflies are a little different. And butterfly. I feel like I don't know how to do this. Butterfly. They go like this, right? Off to a good start, like this. And then what is the wing shape? It's like that. This doesn't seem right. What do their bodies look like? I feel like they're skinnier than moths. You know? I am your little butterfly. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Trying to find the where does it hinge on? Is it like it's like over here? I'm gonna look it up. Fuck it. Butterfly. It might be a little lower than I thought. Hang on. So I got a bit of a thorax here. And then wait. Oh man, this is hard. Hang on. Yeah. Fuck. Fuck. Do they have the... I feel like, yeah, it's a little bit of a dot here. That's cute, isn't it? Fuck it, we're gonna leave it like that. And then, a bit of a body and abdomen here. Wait. Wait. Something like that. Yep, let's leave it like that. And I feel like their legs are actually quite spindly and long, from what I can tell. Long legs to stand high up above the flowers. Man, hang on, this doesn't seem right. My leg, my butterfly legs, not quite right. Wow, these butterfly legs are great. It's like that, almost. They look creepy when you draw them like this, huh? I guess that's a testament to my artistic ability more than the butterflies themselves. But they have very long and spindly legs. It's almost like... Hang on. Yeah, I can't tell if it's like that or that. Choi. Is it like this? That doesn't seem right. That looks crazy. Wow. Yeah, some of them have like a bit of fluff on them. On their legs. I think the eyes are actually bigger than that as well. Let's... Bigger eyes. Mm-hmm. Wow, but it's really like... Okay. And then... Wow. Yeah, wow. These legs are really long. The last one's kind of like that, if anything. Oh my god. No, I can't quite... Yeah, they are not as pretty up close when you see them that close. Man, I just jumped. Uh-huh. I feel like I want to make the abdomen a bit bigger if the legs are that big. Yeah. Cool. And what sort of pattern do we give this one? We need to draw the other side of the wing as well. Like that. The wing also should be a little bigger here, I must say. Just give it like that. That'll do. Alright, you're fine. And we have all sorts of interesting designs. Monarch butterflies, it's like that or something. Some pretty the black and white one. It's like got white spots here, and then it's all black here. Let's see. We're gonna make our own original design. It's like this. And it's gonna be, let's see, down here. It's like, nice. I don't know. I don't like the bottom part that much. Bottom part. What can I add here? It's gonna be something nice. Just hang on. Nah, that looks silly. A little swirly. Honestly, it's fine. Alright, cool. I like this butterfly. I think I did a decent job here. Okay, butt. So, let's take our butt and stick them over here. Now, I feel like butterflies are a bit more popular than moths. Do you guys agree with that? I think in the general, like, public opinion, people will say, ah, butterfly is so pretty. And then moths are like, that's like the gross cousin. But I personally, I don't think there's as much of a, like, a difference between them. Like, I feel like there's a lot of cute moths, but butterflies, when you look at them up close, like, a lot of them, the ones that look pretty, look kind of gross. I'm thinking now, like, these legs as well remind me of mosquitoes, which is not very pleasant. Yeah, but I guess, yeah, the butterflies aren't as attracted to light to come into your house, so they're not as annoying in that sense. They're good for pollinating. Then again, so are like fucking flies and all sorts of other animals. I'm sure moths contribute to that as well in some way. You think the butterfly designs are more beautiful? You might be right. I feel like there's more color variation for butterflies. In that sense, they might have you know, the moth's beat in the aesthetics. The butterflies, I have the impression that they just love going around and sipping on nectar, which is really relatable. If I was a little bug, I just want to go around and sipping on nice sweet treats all around. These pretty flowers. They also can be detritivores, so they are quite helpful. What does that mean? Are they eating pests, or what is that? I'm struggling to decide which I like better. I do think moths are cuter, actually, but butterflies might have beauty, you know? It's cute versus beautiful. So... oof. Give me a sec here. Yeah, you know what? The butterflies really aren't bothering anyone. The moths might be a bit more annoying than the butterflies. So, in that sense, I might have to put butterflies a bit higher than moths in the end. You know, I gotta give him credit for that. As much as I do like moths, I think I personally like the idea and the visual of moths and like the vibes, but in the end, I gotta admit that butterflies are a little bit prettier. Yeah. So, next. Wait. Let's... this is a silly one. Now, you guys might disagree with me, but... slugs are bugs, okay? Slugs are bugs. And... slug it up. Slugs are bugs, and I'm gonna put them in... let's see. Slug. I don't know, they're kind of fucking gross, come to think of it. They're interesting, but... I'm thinking about if you ever seen a slug mating ritual. They are all like wrapped around each other in all these different slimes and like twisting around and dangling from a sticky thread, and it's really disgusting and kind of beautiful at the same time, but there's something so sickening about it at the same time. God, I wish that were me. I think, you know, as kind of like gross and slippery as they are, there's something kind of beautiful about that. I don't know. I just feel kind of sorry for them. You know, they're just slow little guys, just inching their way around the world. They, you know, they need moisture all the time. If you put salt on them, they'll fucking die immediately. I feel a little sorry for them, so I'm not gonna put them in D. And you know, they're not. I don't think they're. I think slugs and snails, they're pretty bad for your crops, and they'll come and eat your shit. So I kind of do want to put them in D or C, but I don't know, there's something so funny about slugs and snails. So I'm going to put slug in C. They're kind of funny. I like them. And that being said, we're also going to check out snails as well. So, we're gonna think about where to put this guy as well. I think compared to a slug, the snail has him beat because he's got a shell. He's got, hey, that's the strongest animal in the world. He carries his own house on his back. There's a few animals like that. Hermit crab, I guess. Which also could be considered a bug. But I think when it comes to slug versus snail, the snail has to have him beat, right? He's a homeowner. Yeah, he worked hard for this. Let's put him in B, just a tiny bit over the slugs. I'm gonna say they're basically the same fucking thing, except one is a shell. That's pretty cool. He's got his own shell. He's got better defenses. You know, they make a really nice sound when you accidentally step on them. I would never do that intentionally just to hear the sound. That's terrible. No, of course not. But they've got a little, you know, it's basically the same thing as a slug, but he's got a little more. So let's put him in there. And let's check this one out. Oh, this could be fun. Okay. How do we do this guy? I wanna... Oof. Like... Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Is it like this? Hang on. I get the feeling he's actually kind of like this. Could be wrong. I might look it up in a bit, but we're gonna try this. Sort of like this. You know what that is? Wait. Who's that? That's a little pill bug. A little roly-poly. So, actually, let me look it up. They roll into little balls. They look a little gross, but I like that they roll up. I think that's a really unique behavior for a little bug like this. They're kind of like, actually, it's kind of like this, if anything. It's a little tricky. How do I... It's kind of like that. Yeah, there you go. Maybe I'll try one more time at this. Let me have one more stab at drawing a little pill bug. It's kind of, you know, they're segmented, so it's like this. I don't think there's no way the shape is going to come out nice if I actually draw it like that. Yeah, let's not do that. Fuck it. one more time like this. Yeah, like that. And then we want to... Is it like this? Ah, interesting. They kind of have like this type of shape going on, I think. And then you have a little head bit over here. Wait. Wi-Fi bug? What is that all about? What do you mean? I don't know where the head is kind of like hidden underneath this little bit here. It's like this. But anyway, how many legs do they actually have? They got like 10 legs, I feel like. It's like this. Something like that. Okay. There you go. Pillbug. It looked like the Wi-Fi symbol for... Oh, I see. Right. Now, Pillbug, they're kind of cute. And I feel like they're probably not that harmful, right? I don't think there's anything that wrong with them. They're just, you know, rolling around. Improve and clean up your soil. That's good. Yeah, I like that. It's very... interesting and cute that they roll into little balls to defend themselves, you know. I'd prefer that over, you know, spitting acid in your face or whatever. Yeah. I'm inclined to put it in an A tier. I don't know if it's on the same level as the Firefly with its beauty, or Grasshopper with its you know, explosive power. But I'm willing to put it in A because they're quite cute and interesting, not too harmful. Just a solid A tier bug. There you go. I don't think I don't think they bite or anything like that. They're not too harmful. Yosh. Next. Our next bug on the list is... Ooh. Now, this is a... Oh, this is a tricky one. Hang on. Now, I've never seen one of these in real life. I don't think I've even seen one in a zoo or anything. But they're very interesting creatures. Oh man, there's no way. They're quite complex. So I don't think there's any way I'm gonna be able to draw it that accurately. It's like this. It's like this. Oh man, how the fuck does this thing work? It's like, no. It's like that. And I think they've got like 10 legs or something. They got a lot of legs. There's no way this is right. I'm sorry. I gotta look it up. I'm trying to do a whip spider. Okay, it doesn't have that many legs. I think it must be an insect actually. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I can't tell. Is it an arachnid or? Oh, it's an arachnid. Excuse me. It's got 8 legs, I believe. Okay. But they're very interesting and creepy looking guys. They get a lot of flack for looking like they might kill you, but I don't think they're actually that harmful. I think maybe they can like pinch or bite you, but I don't think they're poisonous at all, or venomous rather. And I don't think they're gonna hurt you that much. They are actually pretty good to keep around the house because they'll eat smaller pests, but they just look really fucking creepy, and I think that turns people off. This is impossible to draw. I cannot get a good like grasp on its anatomy here. Okay, let's try this. Man. Oh, ah, that looks close. Okay. Whoosh. So it's kind of similar to a spider, but not exactly. Okay. Where are their eyes? I think it's like up here. Wait. Something like that. And then a lot of very long spindly legs. God, it's like whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, all the legs are along this bit. Okay. What the fuck? Man, this thing's crazy. Crazy animal. Okay. Yep. Mr. Whippy. All right. Now I've never seen one, I don't think. They're pretty, where do they even live? Fuck. Amblipigi is the proper name, besides whip spider. I think they do exist in Australia, but pretty rare. I mean, they're all over the place. Asia, Africa, Americas. Wow. You might have seen one in Harry Potter. I think the third movie. Mad-Eye Moody does the, what do you call it? The manipulation curse to like control its movements, and like puts it on Neville's head, makes it dance around, and then kills it with Avada Kedavra. And oh yeah, it does the Crucio, the other one, and the Avada Kedavra. Yeah. But yeah, they look pretty scary, but I don't think they're that harmful. They're just little guys trying to hang out and eat little pests in your house, if anything. You see them around Australia? I've never seen one. I don't know, maybe I've just never been around them. I'd like to. But I don't know where I'm gonna rate him exactly. I don't know how to feel about this guy. He's got a very unique look to him, and I like that. He's interesting. He's not a bad guy. He's not causing too many problems. He gets a bad rap. You know what? I think we need to give him some credit. I think people are not nice enough to little Mr. Whippy. So I'm gonna give him an A. And it's not through pure pity, and you know, I'm not giving him the participation award just for being here. Like, I think he deserves it. Look at his cool little forearms. He's got like crab pincers on like, the front of his head, like some sort of, I don't know what you call it, like, you know, he's like his own forklift or something. So it's pretty unique. I think he's got an interesting anatomy. I'm gonna put him in A tier, close to Pillbug. I like him. Yeah, I'm underappreciated for sure. It's not that scary, guys. And now we want to do... You know what? Let's come back to the crickets. I think it's going to be hard to differentiate between my grasshopper and my cricket. I don't know. I feel like I used to see crickets a lot when I was younger, but I haven't seen one out for a long time. But you still hear them sometimes in the grass or in the ground, and they're just singing their song, making funny noises in the ground. And oof, it's a little tricky. How do I make the differentiate? I feel like they're usually like darker black, maybe longer antennae. I could be wrong. What is the difference really? I feel like they might have smaller jumping legs. They don't jump as much as the grasshoppers. I got the feeling, but I don't know for sure. They're also kind of PN in a way. Oh yeah, grasshoppers and crickets might try and bite you, so careful. Crickets are more compact. Yeah, I feel that. Like, grasshoppers are longer and crickets are more stocky, right? This one is also looking a little bit PN. I gotta look it up. Hang on. Bear with me, folks. Cricket versus grasshopper. Right. Their legs don't pop up as much, I feel like. The legs are a bit lower and interesting. Their heads are a bit lower. Interesting. Yeah. So actually what we want is the eye's probably not that big. The eyes look smaller. Oh, it's hard to say. You know, there's something about the crickets that makes them look a little bit like cockroaches. It's the color and I don't know, something about the shape of the body and the legs and so on. Makes them look a little bit cocky. But I don't think they're as bad as grasshoppers as far as pestilence. As far as I know, you don't hear much about the crickets causing farmers problems. Could be wrong. Don't take my word on that. You know, I'm not the source here. Not the authority on crickets at all. Slightly different perspective here for the angle. I feel like I needed to draw the head a bit smaller or rounder or something. Let me try and redraw some of this. You know what? Fuck it. Redo the whole thing. Let's try again. My base from scratch was not that good. The mandibles are kind of like... There's something going on there. The mandibles are quite different from the grasshopper, from what I can tell. Maybe not. Ah, shit, it's hard to tell, man. It's like they have little bits here on their mouth, you know? Anyway, put them here. The cricket antenna are actually not as long. They're a bit like that. So he's not as PN this time, but there you go. And a bit of a like armor bit there. And then the wings. And the legs come up. Oh man. Oh man. Struggling a bit with this one. Cricket. Legs. Wait. Something like that. Ish. And... Wait. Man, I wish she was a bit fatter. Can we... Oh, this looks bad. Ah, my cricket sucks. You can barely tell the difference between this and the grasshopper, and you can barely like make out the features. One more time. From the top, one more time. I'm certain I can do this a little better. Different angle as well. Come on. This looks a little better so far. Ah, no, hang on. I can make him fatter. He used to be chunkier. Maybe a bit too much. Almost gave him a double chin. It's not that much. There you go. I'm liking this a bit more. And yeah. Hi. Maika. Something like that. Get the bit of the. Okay, コオロギです。Pretty. Okay, now cricket versus grasshopper. See I'm gonna say that what crickets have over the grasshopper is a beautiful song, and they're not as pesty. However, I feel like the grasshoppers are, if anything, it's because the grasshoppers are so powerful and so feared that I'm gonna have to keep them in S tier and maybe put cricket in A tier. Yeah, that's just me personally. I do like the song, it's pretty, you know, it's kind of calming. You hear it at night when you're trying to sleep. It's nice. But yeah, the grasshoppers, they are a bit more, yeah, they have more aura. They are striking fear into hearts. Crickets, no one really is too scared of them, I don't think. Even though they look a little bit like cockroaches, they're not quite as, you know, scary as those either. Yeah. I'm thinking, yeah, I feel like the crickets don't jump. They're not as powerful. I think they can jump, just it's not as much as the grasshoppers. So, crickets fight. Yeah, is that a thing that people put them in cages to fight each other? Maybe they're aggressive. I don't know. Is that a thing? What was it? In Mulan, they had a cricket for good luck before she went to the wedding matchmaker or whatever. Is that a real culture that they're for good luck? They are. Well, that's kind of nice, but yeah, I don't think I want to put them in S compared to a grasshopper. I'm gonna put them just a little bit lower, not quite as iconic as grasshoppers. Yeah. Alrighty. Oh my god, I'm running out of space for my canvas. I might have to make this smaller. Just leave it like that for now. How many more bugs do we have? We got still quite a few that we haven't gone through just yet. 2 hours into the stream? That's alright. Let's keep going. I'm having fun. Yeah, we haven't found our god just yet, but that might be about to change. That might be about to change. Alright. Let's look at this. And let me think about it, but we're going to start like, oh man, how do I do this? I'm gonna start like this. Oh, you guys have an idea? Oh, looks like someone's got some ideas here. What do the mandibles here look like? And they do have this going on, don't they? Yeah, I think that's right. The mandibles are kind of like... Oh man, I can't quite get this right. He looks angry for some reason. Now, oh man, it's from here. It's oh man, they're just so vicious. The aura is unreal with these guys. It's definitely something like that. Maybe I feel like this part is actually a bit longer. But let me keep going. This is just my first from memory take. What are the body is like this, probably. And they have big ass wings when they stretch them out. Not quite that pretty. That. He's such a menace, though. My God. Yeah, neck bug. I don't think I'm getting any better than this without checking the reference. All right. But we have a mantis here, praying mantis. And I'm going to have a little goog and see if I can get this looking a little better. Man, they're so badass though. Mantises, fucking sick. Okay, he's actually more triangular than I thought. Let's try this. Mandible's not quite as big from this angle either. Oh yeah, orchid mantises, we might put them in the same category as the praying mantis. They're really pretty. It's like this. And then they have this coming out. It's just a little tricky. It's like, whoosha. I gotta delete some more, erase some more stuff down here. All this bullshit down here. Boom. Boom. And actually the antenna could be a little longer. Wait. Wait. Yep. And how'd I do for the arm proportions? I actually could have started them a bit higher up here. Okay, let's... Oh, excuse me. Okay, you know what? We're gonna start from scratch on half of this stuff here. Come on. Oh, what the hell? Hey. 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 Hello? Hey. Oh, no, I don't want to delete the borders here. That's good. Now. Well, this already looks... They're even the shape of their head is so iconic. You can already tell this is meant to be a mantis, right? The little eyeball in the middle of the compound eye. The pupil. Very recognizable. Now, maybe they don't have necks exactly. They have a little bit of neck going on, but it's kind of like... I want him to look like he's coming directly for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want him to be like in our face here. How do I do that? He's coming for you. Nice. A little skinnier. A little skinnier back here, yeah. And then he's got a big ass abdomen and the wings. Man, oh, I kind of want the wings to spread. What the wings look like when they're open? Wings open. They're quite big, right? Oh. Wow, that's so scary when the wings are open, man. The wings are lower, right? That makes sense. The abdomen's down here. Yeah. This is a pretty good drawing so far. I'm doing all right. Anyway, let's go with that. Mantis. Let's get him on there. Hoi. Now, mantis, absolute fucking Chad insect, apex predator insect, and they're so fucking cool. I can't even talk about it anymore without just putting him directly in Kami. That's our first god bug, god tier. They're so cool. They lightning speed reflexes. The claws perfectly designed to like reach out and snatch anything and then place it before their mandibles so they can chew its face off. A mantis is so adept at being a predator that a chameleon will try to use its long tongue to eat a mantis, pull the mantis over, and then the mantis will eat the chameleon's face instead. That's how fucking strong they are. They're so cool. They've got such a unique like look about them. They're so skinny, so like slender. And then there's like the orchid mantis is similar, but it has like a different. It looks more like a flower. It's very camouflaged, and they just look beautiful. It's pretty scary, I'll admit. When I was a kid, I saw like they can get fucking huge. I swear, I saw one on someone's window that was like bigger than a foot long. Bigger than a foot, like that's like 30 something centimeters. A big fucker on the window, and like on someone's like screen window. And I remember walking past it and thinking, if I don't get out of here, that thing is gonna eat me. And that is stuck. That image has stuck with me. I can still see it vividly. Huge fucking mantis on a window. And I think about that a lot. They have too much aura. You can't fuck with them, man. I don't think they'd hurt a human that much. Like at most, you might get a scratch and it'll make you bleed. But they are still very like intimidating. They have aura. Mantis is crazy. So that's why he's going in Kami, god tier bug, first of the day. I don't know, like, is there another bug that could beat a mantis? Like, in fucking, you know, feeding itself? I don't know about, like, a straight on one-on-one fight. There's probably bugs that could beat it. But, like, as far as, like, getting the job done, getting fed, I think a mantis is, like, the best predator in the bug world. Yeah. So, let's keep it moving. Let's see what else we got. Praying mantis. Very, very good. And let's see. Let's go with this guy. Oh man. So many revisions on this one. I'm pretty happy. Look at his fucking face. Pretty happy with my mantis in the end. Brrr. Oh no, I'm out of Control Z's. Let's just delete that then. Wait. Next. Okay, how do I do this? They're kind of... The head shape's similar to a mantis. You might expect they're both insects. But I think we want to put this like here. Or maybe like this. Yeah. Like kind of like this, right? God. Hang on. Can I do this? Nah, that doesn't look like very good. And then we're gonna... Hang on. How do we get this looking good? We want to give him a little fluff around the cuff. And then... a little bit of thorax here. Hang on. I don't know exactly, but let's give it, say, this much for now. And then we give him a big old abdomen, big butt. It's a big butt bee. It's a bumblebee. What do the wings look like? I feel like they're kind of short. Come on. Let's stick with that for now. A big bumblebee. Well, bumblebees are actually bigger than this, but let's go with this for now. A honeybee, we'll say. Honeybees. Very important. And maybe one of the most important for pollinating. And let's give him a little stinger here. Wait. Some legs. What are the legs like? I feel like they're not too long. I don't know, hang on. Aren't they like... They're always like this, you know? They're always like that for some reason. Something about it. Maybe that's more of a wasp thing. What are the legs like? Let me look it up. Hang on. Honeybee. They do have a big back leg, hind leg that goes like this. It's a big, thick hind leg. This looks kind of ridiculous. I'm not doing this quite right. I should have given him more fluff before the abdomen. Can't get this to look good. What the fuck am I doing wrong? Fuck it. It's like that, okay? And another hind leg on this side. And these ones can go... Wait. Yes! Ah, it's a good bee. Nice. I might make the eyes a little bit more... What do you call it? Skinny eye. A bit too buggy right here. A bit too round. Sorry. Let me get rid of that there. Eyes are a bit more like this. A little bit long ways. And... hang on. Hey, that's nice. Nice bee. Cute. Oh yeah, give him a bit like that. Cool. Pretty happy with my bee today. Bee. And bees are very, very special because they do a lot of pollination. And what do they do when they pollinate? They collect pollen, bring it back, and transform it into honey, which is the most delicious, gooey, sweet, juicy nectar in the world. And they're going straight into kami. That's our second God. Bee. They are very, very important animals. We would be dead without them, guys. I don't think flowers and trees and all these important things, so many plants, you know, wouldn't be around, and then we wouldn't be around if it weren't for bees. So we all ought to thank bees for their service every day. And I don't know, it seems like bees are kind of going extinct, or their populations are sort of dwindling these days. So yeah, it's a little concerning. Don't know what's happening there. It's probably human interference, I'm sure. But I hope that the bees are okay, and we need to look after our bees. Save the bees. Very important creatures. You know, they sting when they're in danger, but I feel like as long as you leave them alone, like unless you're extremely lucky, they won't really give you much of a problem. So I can't give him, you know, too much flack for the stinging. They don't usually cause that many problems for humans. As more than any harm that they could cause, they're so useful and so helpful to us. Yeah, call removers rather than exterminators. Don't kill them, just have them moved, you know? Bees are very nice. Now, I like my bee. That's a good drawing, isn't it? Wait. Let me just think I'll do this. And wait. Now, on the other hand, I'm not even give them the benefit of a proper drawing, because fuck these guys. Fuck wasps so much. These might be the worst invention in all of bug kind ever, because they kind of look and live like bees, but they're good for fucking nothing, and they're way too aggressive. Why? Who asked for this? No one likes wasps. Get them out of here. Hornets, yellow jackets, whatever it is, Suzumebachi, go to fucking hell. Die, burn. I think we gotta get them all out of here. Fuck them. I don't care. Look, hey, they're doing a lot of pollination and whatever too. I don't give a shit. Fuck them. Well, we can just have more bees. If wasps are, you know, doing some work, hey, that's good for them. I don't care. Get rid of them and replace them with bees. Fuck them. Go to hell, man. They don't even make honey. They're actually dangerous. They'll you know, make what do you call it? They'll make nests and the hives in your house, and they'll actually be a problem for you. Just said they have no purpose. Hey, what I mean by that is, hey, they might be pollinating and whatever, but a bee can do that just as good, okay? Some wasps actually do make honey. Well, we're gonna call them honorary bees, okay? The general wasp population, not good. Get them out. Fuck them. I don't care. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That stuff doesn't matter. It's like, hey, look, I might go around poisoning children, but look at all the flowers I'm pollinating. That doesn't fucking matter. Like, oh, well, it's like saying, oh, I donated to charity. Can you forgive me for shooting that kid in the face the other day? That's not the argument here. Get out, man. Fuck off. All right. So, moving on. Let's go for a big and all-encompassing group here. This is a pretty generic classification, but we're going for... actually, hang on, let me do it like this. Hang on, tricky. Yeah, let's go for that, and then... maybe like this. And we want, hang on. Ah, fuck. Might have fucked up a little bit. Bear with me, folks. Hang on. Oh, maybe I want it like this. And... yeah, okay, like that. Yeah, there we go. 8. And finally, we're coming around to spiders. Big fucking spiders. I don't know what kind of design I want to give him here, like this. Just generic, all sorts of spiders in general. Spider. Where are we gonna put him? Spider, I don't know, they're pretty badass. I'm gonna include things like huntsmans and tarantulas. But I'm also gonna include black widows, redbacks, funnel webs, trapdoors, all manner of spiders, except for jumping spiders. That's going to be its own category. I'm going to say jumping are different enough. They have enough variety that they can be their own. But besides that, all generic spiders. Now, spiders are really fucking cool. They're interesting. They make a web. Some of them jump and, you know, they have a very unique sort of, what do you call it? Behaviors. Making trapdoors in their little holes, things like that. They're quite intelligent. They make all sorts of traps. You know, they have venom rather, and they fucking, you know, wrap their food in webs to preserve them and things like that. There's so many like unique and interesting adaptations that I'm gonna put them in S tier, because if we're gonna include every type of like generic spiders except for jumping, there's just so much variety. I can't, like, for every like boring spider, there's just so many awesome and unique spiders. I have to put them in S tier. They're really cool. Like just the webs alone is cool enough. And a lot of them like are venomous and might harm you or even kill you. So they can be pretty dangerous. And arachnophobia is probably one of the biggest fears in the world, which is kind of a flex. So I'm gonna put them in S tier. Like, as much as you know, people hate them, you can't deny that they're just too important. They're just everywhere, you know. They're just associated with fear at this point. At Halloween, they've got spider props everywhere. Yeah. And they're also, I mean, they can be pretty good for getting rid of pests, like cockroaches and others like that. Moths, flies, the ones that you don't want in your house. They'll get rid of them. Huntsmans are big and scary, but they're basically harmless to humans. Yeah, they just look kind of scary. But they'll catch everything else. Daddy longlegs. Interesting. All sorts of interesting biomorphology. I don't know if that's the right word. I just wanted to say it. But yeah. That being said, but they're going in S. And now we're going to go for the next one. It's gonna be Oh, jumping spider. I don't know what they. I don't know what the pattern of the eyes usually is. That doesn't look quite right. I'm gonna look it up. The jumping spiders are maybe the most PN of the arachnids. Very moe arachnid. I like them a lot. Okay, the eyes close together. Not that close, like that. And then they often have this one over here. Ah. Where are the other 4 eyes? They don't just have 4. You can barely see the other eyes. They do have 8, right? I'm sure they do. Well, okay. Anyway, we're going with that. And, uh-huh. They're more at the back of the head? I see. Well, you can't really see them from the front, huh? Hang on. Can I, fix that? There you go. Now, that's just the eyes, but the eyes are so prominent, and it's like the first thing you notice about these guys. They have very big eyes at the front, and then the very big like mandibles. I don't think it's a leg. It's like a mandible sort of. It's like this, you know. It's like a little tiny claw just to grab things into their mouths. It looks like a little mustache from here. That's not quite right, but we're gonna go with that. Man, I can do better than this. Hang on. Yeah, I like that. It's cuter. They have pedipalps. What's that about? Pedipalp. I don't know. And I'm gonna give him big spindly legs. They're kind of like furry and fuzzy a lot of the time. This doesn't seem quite right. I made him too big, unfortunately. The sensory organ they used to feel around. Ah! This one has like, I'm looking on Google Images, there's like one that's got like eyebrow looking markings like this. And then it's got like this, like it's got drawn on eyebrows and wing eyeshadow eyeliner. That's crazy. He's just slaying. Some of these jumping spiders are fucking slaying. It's the little mini legs things. Ah, that's what they are. Right, they're like this, right? And they like wave them around. Yeah, well, I'll get to that in a second. I just want to finish drawing it first. Oh man, it's hard. He's gonna say that this bit behind is the abdomen. Wait. Get another leg over here. God damn it. Wait. Oh man. This is hard. God. Wait. Hey. Something like that. Anyway. Maybe the abdomen's actually coming down onto here rather than above. It seems like a more realistic angle. Spider abdomen, also known as the opistosoma. That's good to know. Thank you for that. Oh man, I just can't get this. I think I drew the eyes a little too big, unfortunately, for the rest of the canvas here. But that's fine. It's got like this is sort of an anime design anyway. And they often got little patterns on them. We're gonna put some patterning on the abdomen here like this. And then more legs. Oh man, the legs are kind of like this. I fucked this up. I feel like this doesn't look as good anymore at this point. Something about this, man, is really bothering me. Yeah, they've got some flat heads. We got some real flatties. Man, what do I do? How do I fix this? This is fine. It's fine like that. Okay. Jumpy! Maybe I'll do this. Oh, that's what I was missing. Bien! Bien! Wait. Little jumpy guy. Okay, there you go. Jumpy is going in. Kami! We got 3 gods. The 3 gods. Jumpy is going in god tier because a lot of them have the cool stuff that spiders have. But they're just fucking adorable. Look at them. They got big, cute baby eyes. They jump around. They're more adept at jumping and pouncing more than other forms of hunting, I feel like. But I think they can still make webs and things like that. And they probably have a bunch of other unique behaviors. But I just think, you see, like they do these little dances. I don't know, that might be a mating display or something like that. But they're just so cute when they, you know, like spread their arms out and they go like whoop 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 whoop. And doing little things like that. They're quite friendly. I feel like they're not as aggressive as other types of spiders. So I'm gonna give them points for that as well. And that's why I'm gonna put them in Kami. And they're just PN. They make little hammocks for sleeping and also for molting. That's very cute. I like that. Cool. Righto. Let's keep it moving. Held hundreds of jumping spiders and never been bitten. Wow. That goes to show. They're just nice little guys. Let's get it. Let's get it. Move it. Move it. Move it. Move it. Move it. Get out of here. We're done with this. Now, moving on here. Without much further ado. Let's see here. Ooh, let's go with this bastard. Let's go with this fucking bastard. I won't bother to draw him too detailed, I don't think. It's like this. Oh man, I guess I'll draw segments. There you go. And they got a they usually have a little thing on the end of them as well, I think. Yep. Centipede. Giant tropical centipede. Or just any centipede, really. This is a centi. Centipedes. Ugh. Terrible, terrible creatures. I will give them credit. Because I like how they're really long guys with a lot of legs. But they're just evil, terrible, venomous creatures that, you know, will give you a bad sore if they bite you. Might kill you. I think some species are enough to kill you. I'll give them credit because they're pretty cool. But they're just aggressive little bastards. So I'm gonna put them in D tier. Very powerful venom, in some species, I'm sure. Which is kind of cool. Kind of cool. And I like that they're long and, you know, spindly. But yeah, more than that, I'm not too enamored by them. They're just kind of nasty. So we're going to move on to the next one. Next one is... I'm not sure if I'm getting this right, actually. Let me give it a try. Hang on. Right after him is Millipede. Millie. After center, Millie. Now, I'm pretty sure millipedes can also be quite venomous. However, from what I understand, they're not quite as aggressive. And I kind of like that they are a bit more rounded than a centipede. So I'm going to put them not quite in D. I'm going to put them in C. Although, besides that, I'm not too impressed by them. Yeah. A little bit nicer than centipedes, huh? Yeah, not so nice that I'd put them up there with things like moths, but I'm gonna put them in C. I like them for the same reasons I like centipede, but they look even cuter, I'm gonna say. They can be a little cute. Yeah. Oh yeah, they curl up into little spirals as well. That's pretty neat. I like that. I'm almost tempted to put him up in B, but nah, I think C is a good place for him. Alrighty. Now, what do we got next? Ooh. Oh, man. Ooh, man. Let's see if I can draw one. Oh, hang on. I gotta grab the door. Be right back. Excuse me. Sorry, I had to grab something. Where was I? We're still bugging out over here. Got a few more to go. Now, I'm thinking. How do I draw this guy, actually? Is it like... Hang on. Let me try it. From a bird's eye above view. Is it like this? No, what is it like that? No, that can't be right. What the fuck? What do they even look like? I feel like they have 4 wings. I could be wrong. And then they definitely have like a long, shitty thorax and abdomen like that. Yeah, I want to draw a mosquito. Let me look it up. Ah, little bastard. Look at him. Sucking on blood. Alright. Oh god, they look disgusting, man. Yeah, I don't even want to draw it. Okay, let me just... Yeah, it's got like a hunchback thorax. That's very interesting, I will say. But... just... terrible, terrible creatures. No, we'll make him fatter than that. He's been gorging himself on the blood of a child. You sick fuck. And they're like this. Really long, spindly legs like that. And one more over here. Hey. Did it? Whatever, fuck it. Don't even need to draw this guy properly. I might, It's pissing me off. Why do I even have to draw this guy? Get out of here, buddy. And then the wings are kind of like, the wings are like that. From this view, it's kind of like this. Yeah, there you go, like that. And he's been sucking someone's blood. Mosquito. Now, this guy, you already know. You already fucking know. Straight to F tier. Fuck this guy to hell. Forever. Instant F. You already know. Hey, look, it's another one of those things where maybe they pollinate stuff, and maybe they're an important food source for, you know, certain other animals. Well, what are the frogs gonna do without the mosquitoes? I don't care. The frogs, they'll figure it out. They'll, you know, when the mosquitoes are wiped out, they'll, you know, another less harmful insect will take its place and feed the frogs. We gotta get rid of him. We gotta get him out of here, man. Yeah, plenty of flies out there. We don't need mosquitoes. Fuck them. They're too much of a liability. Hey, you know what? Maybe we can keep a controlled population somewhere in a prison for the worst, you know, rapists and murderers somewhere, and that's where all the mosquitoes in the world will be. But we don't need them out in the public where, you know, people are just trying to go about their day, and, you know, they're gonna catch malaria and whatever, all sorts of fucking disease from this disgusting blood-sucking parasite. Literal parasite. That's where the word parasite comes from. It's just feeding on other creatures, you know, because he can't come up with, you know, any value on his own. Disgusting. Go to hell. No one likes... I like bugs, but I don't like mosquitoes. Terrible, terrible things. Get him out. All right, get him out. And we're going to the next one. ASAP. All right. Now. Let's get you and you. I got a few more in me. Let's let me think here. I wonder. You know what? We're gonna go. Damn. I got a few more choices here. I don't think I want to go with all. I wrote down a huge list of some of them that I want to rate. But I don't think we'll do all of them. Let me go with... Okay. Let's go with you. Okay. Can you guess who that is? Who's that? Who's that? I don't actually know where this next bit comes. It's like... I'm gonna guess it's something like this. I don't know if... Do they have 8 eyes? Maybe they only have 2. I feel... It's an arachnid though. They must have more. But then again... I don't think every arachnid has 8 eyes, does it? Anyway, swing. That's a scorpion. And I want to draw a better picture of that, actually. This kind of sucks. I can do scorpion a little better. I don't like him too much. They're alright. I think I like spiders a bit better. But we're gonna put scorpion. Hang on, if I can start with the tail like this, maybe that'll give me a good starting point. I do like how the stinger on the tail has this interesting shape, like that. I do like that. That's pretty interesting. But scorpions are pretty nasty creatures. They are cool in a sense, but I gotta look it up. Fuck it. Ah, right. It's very segmented tail as well, like this. Wait. And man, how? Oh, fuck! I'm dropping the ball on this bit. Maybe like this. From here. I get it now. Okay, it's kind of still segmenting even up till here. So that means that it's kind of a break-off point here. It's like a head around here. Sort of like that. Okay. Man, oof. Oh. Little rough on this one. I'll get it done. And let's move you over a bit. Wait. Very powerful front claws, the pincers, which is very cool. I think it's cool that this bug has big, powerful pincers like a crab. That's pretty cool. Is it this way or? Yeah, that seems right. Anyway. Wait. He's gonna grab ya. I think like the combo of pincing someone, hold them still, and then getting them with the stinger on the tail is a deadly combo. Like, that's pretty cool. However, I just think the spiders have the scorpions beat a little bit. Personally, I think the spiders are a lot more likable than scorpions. I don't know what their eyes look like. It's hard to get a grasp on it. This is just me. I get how people might like them, but they're very interesting and cool. But I'm just gonna say that they're kind of a bit too nasty and scary to be worth the trouble. God damn it, how do I'm trying to get a good perspective on this. I'm not really. The thing is, the tail looks like it's in 2D, but this kind of looks like it's from bird's eye, so I don't know, he's just curling the tail a little bit, I guess. So let me keep doing it this way. Right. And something like that. Fuck it, man. I'm sure he's got little mandibles like this or something. Height. I don't know. This is a hard one to draw. I'm putting him in F tier. It's too hard. So, alright. That's good enough. Okay. Have you eaten scorpion? I don't think I have. I think my sister received a gift of like scorpion tequila or something like that, and I saw the scorpion inside the alcohol. But besides that, I'm not sure I've seen any scorpions or eaten any. I might have seen one at a zoo before at best. Alright, Scorpion, I'm gonna put you in C tier. This is my personal opinion. I do understand why some people might like him, but when it comes, like, I think about some of the other competitors in B and A, and like, I think the Whippy is a lot more interesting than the Scorpion, because it's got the way that the arms at the front are so long and spindly. I think that's a lot more interesting than what the Scorpion has going on, even though it's got a cool tail. Yes. Well, that's that. I don't know. Maybe I'm too hard on the Scorpion, but damn. I don't know. I'm rethinking it now. Fuck it. You know what? Slug is going down. And so is Snail. And Scorpion's going up into B. I'm gonna give him a B. I'm thinking again about the tail poison is pretty interesting for a bug. There we are. We're balancing it out a little bit. Cool. Scorpion's done. Now we're gonna go for the next one. Let me just get rid of it like this. 8. Next. Tricky. Oh man. Let me just do this. There you go. Oh, worm? That's gonna be an earthworm. Mimizukana? Earthworm? We're gonna put earthworm. I don't know. I like them. They feel nice to hold them in your hand. After a rainy day, they come out of the ground. You can feel a worm. But I don't know. It's just a worm. Worm. They're good for the soil, I guess. They'll till your soil. Make it nice and fertile for you. I feel like, I don't know. I've never eaten one, but I feel like it would be nice if you ate one. I do like worm. Wait, okay. Snail versus worm. I don't know. I feel like I think I might like the worm a bit better. Okay, worm, scorpion. Nah, okay. I'm gonna put worm in B tier. I like their wriggly little guys. Kind of interesting. they just, you know, tunnel through the ground by eating the ground in front. You know, it's like, imagine if you had to move by like swallowing the air and then shitting it out, and that's the only way you could move around. That's kind of how worms live. So yeah, I don't know, they're interesting. They're not really, I don't think they're harmful in any way. They're, if anything, they're some of the nicer, the more useful creatures here. Tapeworm not counted. That's not, that's a different ballpark completely. Who says I don't do that? Yeah. What's the little band thing around them, around their what do you call it? They have that little band thing. Is that like a sex organ? What is that exactly? I forget. I'm sure I've looked it up. It's their belt. The ascot. Stomach warmer. It's just a little scarf to keep them warm. Haramaki. Man. Hang on. Earthworm. It's a saddle-like ring to form a cocoon. I thought it was something to do with reproduction. To form a cocoon for its eggs. Blah, 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 blah. Yep. Right. So it's like a horse? That's right. You can ride a worm if you try hard enough. Cool. Anyway, yeah, that's a worm. Earthworm. Now, this is let's try this one. Oop. How are we gonna do for this next one? I wonder. I think it's like, okay. Oh man, it's tricky. It's something like this, right? It's like, where did the legs come out of? I mean, obviously it's a stick bug. I'm gonna look it up. Hang on. Stick bug. Stick bugs are really cool. Get stick bugged in the year 2026. Ah, the legs are really spread out actually. No, yeah, I feel like if they were so close together, it would be not very camouflaged. They've got very prominent and spindly antennae, it looks like. But hang on, yeah, it's like the little head here. Wait. Arms here. And then another one here. And another one back here. Stick bug. A little stick bug. Very interesting creatures. They are so good at camouflaging. You'll never find them out in the wild if you look for them, because they know exactly where to hide. I have found one before in my backyard. It was big. Big fucking guy. Kept him in a little container for a day and then let him out again. Let's see. I like him a lot. I'm thinking I like him more than crickets. I might put him in S tier. They're very interesting and very funny things. They're literally just a little twig. So I don't know. Maybe I'm not too excited about it so much that I put it in S. Stick. I just think it's really cool that they're so good at camouflaging. S for stick. Let me think if I want to reorder anyone else down here. Ant versus stick. You know what? I like stick more than ant. Let's keep him in S. Yeah. They're cool. Yosh. I don't know. I don't think I know too much about their behavior and like how they live their days. What do they even eat? I guess they eat Plants? No? They're not predators, are they? What are they? Because I feel like they have a similar camouflage to praying mantises. But they don't seem as good as at hunting. They're more about hiding and just not being eaten rather than hiding so that they can eat. Yeah, the leaf ones are pretty cool too. The leafy ones actually they creep me out a little bit. Surprisingly more than the sticky ones. Yeah, they mostly eat leaves and berries. Right. That makes sense. They're so slow. Like I doubt they'd be very good predators like that. Okay, but I like them. They're peaceful. It's like the Zen version of a mantis. Although I guess I don't know. The mantis is kind of Zen in a different way. Yes. Now. Next. Let's see. This might be tricky. How do I do this? Hang on. Fuck. Actually, let me do this first. Okay. Was it like this? Well, where's this going? You might be thinking. I don't know. Is it like this? Cool, kana? How do I... What do the... Maybe they have shorter legs like that? Yeah. 来たぞ。カブトムシ。ドロロサイの道。カブトムシ。イチジクのタルト。What do the legs look like? Hang on. It's strong foreleg. It's like this. Not quite. God, hang on. Eesh. Okay, I like that. Yeah. Gotcha. And then a little. And then back leg, hind leg, not as strong as some of the other species we've been going with today. Okay, not bad. I drew this mostly from memory, from scratch. So not a bad job from Sonny Brisko. Thank you very much. Hoi. And here's the thing. We're going to say that this is just generic all beetles, all encompassing the beetles. And I am willing to put beetles directly into Kami. Cause they're so fucking cool. Like, oh my god, hang on. We got rhinoceros beetle, stag beetle, dung beetle, Hercules beetle. There's so many fucking sick beetles out there. And there's some more generic ones. I don't know, like Christmas beetle. I don't know, other types of scarabs. They're also kind of cool, but, you know, pretty normal. But I'm gonna say that rhinoceros beetle, Hercules beetle, these types of like fully armored, like mega battle beetles are so fucking cool. I'm willing to say that they'll bring every other type of beetle directly up into Kami. They're so fucking cool. I like them. Imagine going out in the summer. You got your bug net. You're looking for, you know, what do we got here? Fucking a butterfly. Okay, that's cool, right? And then you look up in the tree, and there's a huge fucking 10-centimeter rhinoceros beetle up there. Can you imagine how sick that would be to find that out in the wild, in the park or something? That would be dope. They're so cool. I want to, like, I don't know. I wish that there was some, like, underground beetle fighting ring where you could place, like, huge bets on which beetle would win. I wonder if that exists. But I feel like that would be so hype. With, like, fucking huge, like, close-ups of each beetle, and they like added sound effects and like visual effects with the like the throws and the clashes and stuff. Like, there was an old like anime or something called Mushi King. I never watched it or anything. 見たことないけどなんか筆箱をもらった。Mushi King の。Yeah, it's about fighting bugs. Like beetles. And I feel like it would be like really high impact, but I want to see that like in real life. Anyway, beetles are fucking sick. I like them a lot. Yeah. By Rhino Beetle. I like my drawing there. It's decent. Not bad, not bad. Ladybugs are their own thing, because I feel like they're unique and recognizable enough as their own unique species that we're gonna keep them just down there. And they're not as strong as, like, you know, the rhino beetle, for example. So we're gonna keep him down there. Not as powerful. Yep. Beetles gone. And let's see. Oh man. Oh man. Ah, there's so many. I wish I could wish I could add more. Hang on. We got some more in us. Let's go for yeah. How do I do this? Oh man, I feel like this is a hard one. How do I fucking draw this thing? What do they even look? No, I'm thinking of, like, this is a stag beetle I'm trying to draw again. Ah, maybe it's like, okay, I'm looking it up now. Right. Oh man. Interesting little guys. Okay. So we're gonna do this. No, not quite. Like this. And then they're so weird looking. They look like they're not even a bug almost. They look like something else. Little wait. Cool, kana? And then they're kind of similar to beetles. I don't think they're a type of beetle, but it's a weevil is what it is. I want to put it like this. Sweet. There's something about these guys that are very unique. They're like, remind me of elephants or something like that. The rhino beetle's a rhino. A weevil beetle. I don't think it's a beetle. Sorry. But the weevil is an elephant. Hang on. Is a weevil a beetle? A lot of people are asking this. Weevils are beetles, I guess. But I feel like they're unique enough to put in their own. Okay. Yeah, they have a snout. Looks like an elephant. So we're gonna put him here. Wait. Man, I feel like this doesn't seem quite right. That helps a little bit. Okay, if we... Wait. Something like that. Wait. Okay. Little weevil. I don't know. They're alright. I feel like... Wait. Putting him here. I feel like weevils are not as cool as these beetles. They're pretty unique. I don't know what's special about these guys. They just have an interesting sort of look about them with the snout and so on. But I don't know. Then again, ladybug's also a type of beetle. I think they're not quite as iconic as ladybugs, nor as pretty or cute. Although it does look kind of cool. I like them, but they're kind of weird. I like them in a weird way. I remember reading something in like my history class, something about how what was it, like the black slaves used to sing about weevils or something in the plantations, and I think it's because they would find them in the cotton or something like that. Sorry to bring this up, but I'm just trying to wonder if they are pests in cotton or something like that. They're considered serious pests in many parts of the world. They can be very destructive to crops. Yeah, okay. They're very pesty, so... Yeah, I think that's going to solidify them in C. As much as I like how they look, they're pretty bad for the crops, so we're going to keep them down there. That's what I was thinking. Yes. C. And let's take them out here. Oh, this is getting hard. We've only got a few left, actually, now. So. Man. I wonder if I can remember how to do this one. This is a tricky one. Oh, man. It's like this. Like this. Something like that, right? You guys, you know what that is, right? You know what that is. I'm gonna look it up now. A mealybug. I don't know if I've heard that. Mealybug. Let me look that up real quick. Oh, it looks gross. If I could put this one in now, I'd put it F. It looks really bad. Anyway. Let me try one more time to get this thing done. I didn't do it quite right. Excuse me. I didn't draw this one quite right. Okay, so we're gonna try again. It's kind of like this. What does the tail of this look like? It's pretty roundish. Okay. All right, and yeah, he's got. God, this thing's crazy. It's like this. I didn't think it was so visible. It's like that. You guys know what this is? It's the clue is pss, 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 pss. I'm sure you guys have seen it before. Shiranai? Oh, I'm sad. No one knows. No way. Maybe my drawing's not good enough. This is sad. Come on. Someone has to know. That's right. It's velvet worm. Yes. They're very rare and very cool. Little worm guys. I don't even know what they are exactly, but they're so cool. And they are called velvet worms because the texture of them is so soft and like silky. And when you touch it, it's like very smooth. Like velvet. But I'm pretty sure they have little cannons on their face that shoot liquid out. It's very interesting. Yeah, they're quite rare. I think they live in South America, if I remember correctly. I'm trying to look some stuff up about it. Yeah. Oh, they have him in... Wait, they have him in Australia? Hang on. Australian velvet worm. Ah, I guess we do have him. I don't think I even knew that. Cool, cool, cool. Kagimushi. Nanda. Okay. Wisha. So yeah, they shoot out a kind of glue to immobilize their prey, and it has a kind of it's got enzymes in the glue to like help start digesting them even before they start eating. That's so interesting. Yeah, they literally shoot enzymes at you and like melt you down. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't think they're venomous, and I don't think their bite is too dangerous, but they're pretty dangerous for whatever they're preying upon. Yeah, I like it. I don't like my drawing too much, though. I kind of want to try one more, if it's alright. Give me one more. Give me one more chance here. This. They got a little cannon right near their face. Little cannon right there, yeah. Oh man, it's got so many legs, I don't know how to... And it gets a bit thicker and fatter in the middle. And they round off a little bit. That's good enough, whatever. Looks a bit more consistent than the last attempt. Okay. Velvet worm. Yes. I like it. I like him a lot. I am tempted to put it directly in S. They're very interesting creatures. There you go. Now, oh man, this is it. I think this is the last one of the day. One final drawing here. You guys know what it is, right? I'm sure. I think some of you said it in the chat earlier. You know what it's gonna be, right? Do you know? Do you know what it might be? The last bug of the day? Who are we missing? There's an iconic bug that we haven't drawn yet. Oh? Wow, everyone knows. Everyone knows. You have to know. It's the F1 pilot himself. Dragonfly. Big ass eyes. Googly eyes on his head. This is too big, sorry. Let's try that over here, maybe. Yeah. And these little mandibles. Yeah. And they got very thick, stocky thorax, but then the long ass abdomen, right? And then the wings are like foom, foom. Such an iconic form. Everyone knows. Everyone knows what they look like. God, I can't get this wing right. Whatever. It's like that. Okay. And legs. I don't know how long the legs are. They're like this. Dragon. You know where that's going, right? Dragonfly. Apex predator going right into Kami. Kamiyo. They're so cool. They're so incredibly fast. They snatch their prey out of the fucking air. Regular flies, you think those are hard to catch? Try catching a dragonfly with your bare hands. Regular houseflies, they'll fly around over the pond, whatever, looking for some disgusting slop to, you know, sink its proboscis into. Dragonfly will literally catch it out of the air with its snatchety little arms and then eat it. And yeah, I remember that. They used to have huge fucking dragonflies in like dinosaur times. Gigantic fucking dragonflies. So you know they're strong when they've been around for that long, right? These guys are pretty fucking cool. They're they hover and they zoom and they reach incredible speeds, flying over a little pond, catching all these little buggies. They're cool. They're cool. Yeah, they'll hunt mosquitoes for you. They get rid of the shitty F tier guys. These bottom tier busters. The dragonflies taking them out. I want to see dragonflies versus wasps, how that would play out. They've just got a very cool and iconic appearance, right? Everyone knows. It was one of the easiest ones to draw so far, and everyone can tell what I'm trying to draw. So, that's why dragonflies going straight into Kami. God tier. God tier dragonflies. And I guess that's the final bug. Well, let's take a quick review of what we have here. Let's see. So, S tier mantis. Apex predator. B. So useful. Delicious honey. Jumpy spider. This cute little guy. Beetles. Armored muscle king. Sumo creature. Kami dragonfly. Apex predator jet fighter bug. Can you believe it? Those are our gods. Our 5 gods of bug. I'm still pretty happy with my Kami placements. I think these all make sense for me personally. S tier. Yeah, grasshopper, firefly, spider, stick, velvet. I don't know. I'm still a little iffy on the stick being in S tier. I'm almost willing to move. What do you call it? I'm almost willing to move someone else up into S. Maybe not. Actually, you know what? We're keeping S there. I still think, yeah, stick still wins over cicadas and ants. So we're going to keep it in S. I'm almost thinking like ants should be in S tier because they're so like powerful in their groups. Damn. Maybe I want to switch places for them. Hard call, hard call. Nah, you know what? We're leaving it. It's fine. No worries. Okay, ant, cicada, butterfly, pillbug, whippy, and cricky in A tier. Pretty solid. Thinking, I don't know. I'm almost willing to move scorpion up and cricky down. Almost. I don't know. Cricky's all right. What else we got? Pillbug versus scorpion. Pillbug's a lot cuter than a scorpion, I'm gonna say. Butterfly versus leash. Yeah. Butterfly versus Goki. Yeah. Butterfly wins. I don't know. I feel like this is pretty good. B, pretty good. C, termites. Yeah. Millipedes. Snail, weevil. Pretty generic stuff. Yeah. D, flies. Shitty, but you know, they're not as bad as mosquitoes. Centipedes, bastard, but they're pretty cool. Slugs, just kind of, he's just kind of there. Snail with no shell. Earwigs, disgusting. Wasp, bastard. Mosquito, hell creature. Right. Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty okay with my tiers here. What do you guys think? Do you disagree with anything? You think Goki should be lower? I think cockroaches get too much of a bad rap. They're bad and they're filthy and they look scary, but they're not as bad as people think, you know? I'm thinking, like, if we include the less harmful, less disgusting, dirty species of cockroach, I think it's okay. I think they're okay. Yeah, see what I'm saying? Everyone hates Goki Booty. But they're not as bad as people think. If I changed it to a hissing cockroach, it wouldn't be as bad. It's too many of the dirty kind. There's like 100 something different unique species. And I'm pretty sure only like a quarter of those are living in urban environments. Yeah. The flying ones are pretty scary. And yeah, thinking all cockroaches are bad. No! Hissing cockroaches are fine. They're clean. And they're friendly. They're cute. House cockroaches are pretty gross. I'll admit that. Can't be on the same tier as moth? No, they can! Because there's shitty moths as well. Moths can be shitty. They eat your clothes. Imagine buying a very nice, you know, silk dress or something. You wake up one day and think, oh, I can't wait to put on my dress. And there's holes in it. Dambudame. No! They can't all be bad. Terrible. There's cockroach discrimination. Just because, like, a small, you know, minority of them are, you know, receive disproportionately bad press. You can't put that on all of them. All right, we're gonna do some research. Okay. Google how many cockroach species are there? There's actually 4,500, but just 30 are considered pests. And of those 30, 4 especially excel. So, what do you have to say for yourself? Apologize! Can you imagine that? Imagine having that sort of mindset for these poor creatures. And, oh, no remorse. Terrible, terrible. What are we gonna do with this guy? Alright. Anyway, you can disagree. It's just my opinion in the end. I don't think they're that bad if we include the non-pest species of cockroach, okay? Yeah. So, I think I'm pretty happy with my list here. I'm gonna save the clip file here. Bug tier. There we are. .csp. Only thing they're good for is being food for the good bugs, or maybe the good reptiles, perhaps. Maybe. Still, I think some of them are nice. I think some of them can be cute. Anyway, that's it, guys, for bug tier today. This took a bit longer than I expected, but it was really fun. I had fun drawing him and talking bugs with you guys, and also ranking him and thinking about what I like about these bugs. I think this is pretty solid. So let's close off in a second, and I'm gonna start getting ready for Hollow Knight a bit later. Let me head over here for a sec. Hoi! Oh my god, I keep doing that. Hang on. Hoi! Sorry about that. I keep making that mistake. Wrong page. Thanks, guys, so much for bugging out with me, Sonny Brisko, in today's bug tier list. That was fun. We had a good time. I'm pretty proud of some of the drawings I did today. I like my bee. I like my mantis. I like my... What else do I like here? My beetle. I guess it makes sense that my Kami tier bugs are the ones that I drew better. So, we had a good time. You like Jumpy? PN jumping spider? Hell yeah. BuzzFeed quiz. Which bug are you? I don't know, guys. Which bug do you think you would be? Briskadets are giving me they're giving me leech vibes, I think. Something about it. Very B tier. Must be the texture. It's a similar texture. Then again, I don't know. Maybe you could also say that about Velvet Worm. You're all my little velvet worms is what you are. Spraying your little goo all over the place. Digesting the other bugs. That sounds just like you, I'm gonna say. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching my stream today. Oh, it's been such a good time. And thanks for the super chats as well. I think I'm gonna close off the stream in 1 second here. And put up a waiting room for Hollow Knight for more bugs on today. Bug day. Sunday is bug day. And we're gonna see what we can get up to in Hollow Knight. Yeah. Shmia. Nyesh. Nyesh. This has been really good. I think we learned a lot today. Thanks, guys, for teaching me the stuff that you know about bugs as well in the chat. I think I learned a few things. Very nice. Alrighty. Shouldn't take too long to put up a weight room here, but I'll see you soon, okay? Thank you, guys. Bye-bye now. Arigato. Bye-bye. See you soon, I hope. If not tonight, then next time. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye-bye-bye-bye. Peace.